So Stranger Things is getting a podcast now. That's not a direction I saw coming, but here we go. Netflix wants more variety. I guess we want more Stranger Things stuff. So we're getting an exclusive scripted podcast, sort of like an audio drama, I'm guessing, in a different format. I mean, podcasts are very popular these days, so it's an interesting thing for Netflix to bring in for their show. But this happens to be focusing on exclusively Robin, or as I say, it's called Rebel Robin Surviving Hawkins. Very interesting. I do think, with season 3, of course, this being, I think her name's Maya Hawke. She's Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter. But she made a really good impression out of the gate. I mean, she's a very strong character. I mean, clearly, defined in the show. And a very interesting one to really explore. A very complex character in a lot of different capacities. I will say, namely, for me, it was the performance that really intrigued me so much of her, especially earlier on. And by the way, she and Steve have such a chemistry. It was really cool to watch. Let's take a look at her scripted podcast. This will be interesting, right? And perhaps this will explore, necessary information for the show. Now, I'm kind of reluctant to, at least at present, because again, I'm sure this is being put out by Netflix, because, they own the rights to Stranger Things. And I'm currently in the midst of my Netflix boycott, right? I've been talking about this, in the midst of 2020 to 2021. Cuties is still on the platform, and I said, I'm not giving any money to Netflix until they remove that. I've taken that stance, and I've stayed true to that one. As much as I'm like, I want to see Stranger Things, I really want to see Cobra Kai. Now, again, it was like a double punch when they got the rights to that. I'm like, why can't that stay with YouTube? You just have to make this even harder. But you know what? I'm not breaking on my convictions with it. I really do believe that Cuties was a horrible picture, potentially criminal. I'm watching again that Texas indictment case, hopefully go through the system soon. I'm waiting for a verdict. But again, because of COVID delays, everything's shunted back. But I do want to watch this show. I do. And I'm very excited for the new season. Of course, Stranger Things 4 incoming. But this podcast will provide, I guess, an interesting variety. So hopefully at some point, I'll be able to check it out. Just Netflix can hurry up the process sooner if they would just remove that movie. We're going to watch this together first, and we're going to talk about more of my condensed reviews and also see the video together. Okay. The Stranger Things Rebel Robin. I love the name. Surviving Hawkins. Yeah, I think we could all maybe use a little of that, at least in watching this, right? Okay. Without further ado, let's take a look. Here we go.
What do you think happened to him?
And she's doing all my narrations. That's good.
I don't know.
Oh, more characters?
But you're worried about it happening to someone else.
Even small towns have their teeth.
The Hawkins monster. You see it too, don't you? The way this place can be. The way it eats people up. That's why the camouflage is so important, because it's always lurking in the shadows, waiting to snap its jaws.
I'm curious as to what we're talking about.
The way you talk about it, it sounds
like... Is this something that's upside down, or is this a different type of monster?
Sometimes it feels like it is. And I think you know that. Don't you? You wouldn't be worried about me if you didn't.
This summer comes the first Stranger Things fiction podcast.
The first?
And a monster you didn't see coming. Hawkins High. Surviving Hawkins, a 6-part companion podcast to the Robin prequel novel, Rebel Robin,
so we're putting out books now, too.
Sean Maher, premieres June 29th. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, the nice thing is it's accessible, so I can listen to it on Apple, but they're releasing books now? Are we going like the whole Descendants route? I guess we're like, okay, we need to have, stories over here and stories over there. You know why they're doing it. Money, 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 because people will buy it. Because they're like, we understand to speak because the show's so good. It looks like it's got potential. Like I said, I really liked Maya Hawke's introduction in season 3. She's, again, I think a really cool spunk about her, and her adventures with Steve again in the not in the Upside Down, but the Russian base, especially, and I guess the mall. Those were so much fun to watch. And then there was one particular scene of note that was just, I thought it was very interesting to explore. I might necessarily have been in his corner entirely, but it was like really digesting your character and understand that's a bad word to use, digesting. That's not what I mean. Poor choice of words, my part. That was a very rash. I guess in understanding her character and comprehending the complexity of it, I think Maya Hawke gave a very interesting introduction, and I really did sort of enjoy her contribution to the show. I wonder if she's going to be in, with the new season, because I haven't heard anything. Maybe she's going off on her own adventures with, with the team, I guess. But that would also mean that wouldn't then Steve be going away on his own adventures too? I kind of want to see Steve again. It'd be nice to see Maya Hawke again. I don't know where this is going. I mean, are they going to be in the new chapter? Are they spinning off into Bookland now? I don't know what's going on, but we'll have to see, I guess, in the future. But what are your guys' thoughts on the podcast? And do you think this would become a mainstay for Stranger Things? I think it could. I think maybe with their fan base, people would probably buy the books, and I'm sure people will listen to the podcast, ravenously. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to stuff like and subscribe to the sharing and hitting that bell as we make our way with more Stranger Things trailers in the future. If whenever they start promoting the new season, or potentially new podcasts and books, or other merchandise, or whatever we get to watching ever next to the first time, I'll see you guys at that point. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't let your fellow man. God bless, and peace.